Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Mommy Monday video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Melissa. I have a 1-year-old son. Oh my god, it is weird to say that. He's 1 year old, you guys. And I have filmed a ton of baby videos. I typically make beauty, lifestyle related videos, but I have a baby now, a toddler now, and so I will link my playlist down below for you if you like videos like this. But typically I see videos of like baby products I regret buying. I have a couple of those too. Or, you know, baby must-haves, things like that. But I don't recall ever seeing a video of baby products I wish I purchased more of. And as I was going through baby stuff, putting away clothes and things like that, oh my god, this is making me kind of sad. I started to brainstorm things that, you know what, I wish that I just would have bought more of these things in the very beginning, because what ended up happening is I would buy them later on and I would be frantically trying to buy them later on. Do you know what I mean? Let me explain as I'm telling you about the products. I hope that this makes a little bit more sense. So the first thing on my list is Burp Cloths. So I started out with a reasonable amount of Burp Cloths, maybe 2 or 3 packs of Burp Cloths, thinking this is plenty. This is one a day. If I do laundry, you know, once a week, I only need 7 Burp Cloths. No, you guys, my baby, I think most babies are just very spitty, whether they're breastfed or bottle fed, it doesn't matter. They're going to be spitting up, drooling, things like that all the time, especially in that newborn phase. I will say as Lincoln got older, probably around 8-9 months, we started to slowly stop needing Burp Cloths as much as we did in the beginning. But I ended up having to buy more and more and more packs of Burp Cloths. I think now we probably have in the upwards of like 50 Burp Cloths, which sounds excessive, but for a while there we were going through like 5, 6, 7 Burp Cloths a day. That many. My favorite Burp Cloths, by the way, are by Copper Pearl. They're thick. I think they're either triple layered or dual layered. They're big, they're thick, they're awesome. If you use those instead of the tiny ones, you could probably buy less of them because they're so big, but I'll link them down below for you. Okay, the next thing on my list is newborn sized clothing. This is something where every single video I watched, people said, don't buy newborn clothing. Don't waste your money. Don't buy them. Baby's gonna grow out of them so fast. And Lincoln wasn't a tiny baby by any means. He wasn't a huge baby, but he was, you know, probably right around average. He was about 7.5 pounds when he was born. And I didn't have enough newborn clothes. I had, I think, like 1 pack of onesies, 1 pack of sleepers, and a couple of pants. And I wish I had had more because I think he was like 5 days old or something like that. And I was like, we are doing laundry every single day, because at that stage, again, with the spit up and the blowout poops and all of that, you're changing their outfit multiple times a day. And so with that happening, when you only have 1 pack of onesies and 1 pack of sleepers, you're gonna have to do laundry every single day. And so I ended up having to go to Target when he was just a couple of days old, a few days old, to buy more newborn sized clothing because I didn't want to do laundry every day. I think most babies, unless you have like a 10-pound baby, maybe a 9-pound baby, most babies are gonna wear newborn sized clothes for at least a month. Lincoln wore them for 6 weeks. So I think just be prepared, maybe leave the tags on so you can always go and swap them out for larger sizes later or things like that. But just be prepared and know that you probably need more than you think. Third thing on my list is bibs, and I'm gonna categorize this into 2 types of bibs. So you have your eating bibs and your drool bibs. So drool bibs, I think we've used them more recently than we have ever had to have before. I started to dabble in them a little bit when he started teething around 2-3 months. He started to get a little bit drooly, but once he truly started teething, you guys, it's like a fountain. It's like you turn on a fountain and it's just like drool. He soaks through 5, 6, 7 bibs a day. It's ridiculous. So needless to say, I didn't have very many to begin with, and as he got to this stage of his life, we've had to buy more and more and more. Now I have probably 30, 40 drool bibs, and I think that's a good amount to be doing laundry once a week. Sounds crazy, but I'm not lying, you guys. Copper Pearl bandana bibs are my absolute favorite. They're cute. They're double-sided, so they're thick. They can take a lot of drool. They snap so he can't pull them off, and they just match with a lot of his clothes. So I wish I would have bought more of those to begin with. And then as far as eating bibs go, again, make sure you look for ones with snaps on them. I've talked about this in videos prior, but I say that because Lincoln was pulling off his Velcro bibs and it was getting really annoying. So that's another one where we started out with, you know, 7 because 1 a day, right? But they eat more than once a day and they're probably gonna get it dirty every single time that they eat. Plus they get stained and gross and you wanna kind of swap them out here and there. So I can't really put a number to things, but just know that you're probably gonna need more than you think. Next thing on my list is crib sheets. So I came up with this kind of idea of 3. And I came up with this idea based on bras. I saw something that was like, you need a bra to wear, a bra to wash, and a bra to keep. So having 3 of the same thing in your rotation and the right size, the right color is always like a good rule of thumb, I guess. And so I ended up only having 2 crib sheets to begin with. And 2 seemed like enough to me, right? I was like, you have 1 and then you have your backup 1. Well, when you have a baby that's in their spitting phase or has a poop blowout or is constantly peeing out of their diapers while you're trying to figure out the right size, things like that, you have to think they're in their crib multiple times a day. They're in their crib for overnight sleep and naps, right? So if your baby wets their crib overnight, then wets it in their first nap, well, that's 2 crib sheets and you're gonna have to do laundry again every single day. So I think having 3 would have been better to begin with. We now have 3, but I just wish I would have had 3 to begin with. The next thing on my list, I don't think I needed more of. You only need 1 of this thing, but I didn't initially buy it because I was like, meh, we don't need that. And it's blackout curtains. I do think that these are definitely a necessity, especially when you're trying to sleep train your baby. You might not need them right away because they might not be sleeping in their nursery right away, but as soon as your baby is in their own room, make sure you have those blackout curtains for them. It just helps so much for daytime sleep. And it really just blocks out all the light. Also, if you have them sleeping in multiple rooms, maybe like a downstairs room and an upstairs room, it's a good idea to have blackout sheets for both rooms. It just makes it a little bit easier for you. So don't skip out on those. You can get really cheap ones at Target. I can link some down below for you. Next thing on my list is pacifiers. Now, I don't recommend buying a ton of different kinds of pacifiers. I think you have to do that initially to figure out which one they like, but once you find the pacifier that your baby likes, buy a bunch of them. We had 2 for a while and I was stressing out more than I needed to trying to keep track of those 2 pacifiers. I would usually have 1 in his room, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs, 1 in the car seat, 1 here, 1, and I ended up losing them and like freaking out like, oh my god, where's the pacifier? I wish I would have just bought like 6 and just called it a day and never had to worry about it ever again. Now we have quite a few of them. And if one gets misplaced, it ends up showing up at some point in time eventually, but I just recommend once you find the pacifier that they like, attach it to everything. Put 1 in the car seat, put 1 in his crib, put 1 in the pack and play, put 1 in the play area, put 1 in your room, put 1 in their room, just to have it, put 1 in the diaper bag. Just have 1 everywhere, that way you just never have to worry about it, it's just there. Okay, last thing on my list is different sized bottle nipples. This is something I didn't really know was a thing until I had a baby and then I started to really pay attention to bottle flow. The thing is, I never thought I was gonna have to bottle feed. I thought I was gonna be breastfeeding and done, 1 and done, you know, not have to worry about bottles at all. But when breastfeeding didn't work out for me and I had to actually research bottles and figure out what worked, luckily we found a bottle that Lincoln liked right away. I didn't have to go through multiple types of bottles. But there's different size nipples for bottles as well. So you start with the slow flow, and then there's size 1 nipples, and then there's size 2, there's size 3, and we're on size 4 now. I don't know that they go any bigger than size 4. But I wish that I would have known that you need more than 1 pack of each size. That was another thing, because you're likely going to not just have 2 bottles, right? You're probably gonna have 3, 4, 5. I think we have 7 bottles that we kind of rotate through. Some are dirty, some are drying on the drying rack, some of them are pre-filled for later in the day, some are in the diaper bag. And so just make sure you have the correct size nipple for every bottle that you own. That way you don't have to frantically be searching for that size 3 nipple. Where's the size 3 nipple? Where's the size 3 nipple? You can just know that any bottle you grab is gonna have the size 3 nipple. And then when it's time to upgrade to size 4 nipple, buy enough of the size 4 nipple. Trust me, it seems excessive, but it makes life so much easier. They're not that expensive. Just do it. All right guys, well that is the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching and I hope that this was kind of helpful for you. If there's anything that you realized once you had a baby you needed a little bit more of than you originally thought, let us know in the comment section down below so we can all learn from each other. Other than that, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you next time.